Yeah, they were.
So I do random questions. Mike took one of your questions, so we can do you can
Yeah,
get
it's
it
mine
back.
now.
You don't really. It was about trick or treat memories. If you have one that comes to mind, a really awesome trick or treat memory or costume, or do you want to pick another question? It's up to you. Or we can do both. I don't.
Well,
There's
we
no
can do
limit.
another question, but one thing I remember back when I lived in Brandon, this is like before, I don't know, it's grade four or something, right? Somebody came up, like that's when we collected for UNICEF. I don't know if you ever know what UNICEF is
Yeah.
or ever went around with pennies for UNICEF and all that stuff on
Right.
Halloween. Some lady came up, some girl came and said, "Oh, that lady back there gave you too many pennies. Here, she was gonna take a few back, but she took the whole thing and ran, mine and my brother's.
Oh,
Wow.
So,
really?
Wow.
yeah, that's traumatic.
Did you go after her with some shaving cream and some hacksaws and hockey masks and stuff, or no?
I thought she was coming back for a while.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. So
That's
that was kind
cool.
of weird.
What about costume wise? What do you remember a costume that you enjoyed? A scary one or
I don't know. I was one of those poser kids that always wanted to be a ninja for some reason. So I'd
oh,
always wear total black, have some fake swords and stuff.
nice.
Like 2 or 3 years in a row. It was
So
pretty lame. Now it's all about scary.
ninjas versus zombies. Ninjas have a chance against zombies.
Well, it depends how many zombies.
All right, good call.
Eventually the ninja's gonna get tired, right?
Sure, you make a valid make a valid ninja point. I never thought about it like that. The ninjas that run out of energy. Cool. So there's a lot going on. You guys both you drew me. I was talking to Mike about this. You first drew me. That's the first time I became aware of you. I think I saw some of
Yeah.
your art, but all of a sudden I see this zombie of me. So I know you said because everyone talked about me, but what made you draw me? Like, why me? I mean, there were so many other people. There was like all these celebrities and tech geeks, and I was climbing my way into the Google Plus world, trying to cats and funny things, and people saying that sometimes I'm not funny. I don't know why they would say that, but what was it about me that you're like, all right, let's draw this guy?
Well, when I first did it, it was just, I came onto Google Plus. I'd been there for about a week or so, and I
Yeah.
didn't know what to make of it. I had all this advice given to me by other people, and it just didn't make sense to me, and I felt kind of alone in the whole thing. So I figured, to stir things up, I'm gonna just draw someone in as a zombie, see if they like it or see if they hate it, see what happens.
Yeah.
I chose you because I kept seeing your name in my stream all the time. So, someone even said, "Where in the world is Matthew Rappaport?" So I figured, okay, he's gonna be my first guy, and let's see what happens.
That's awesome, and I came through, man. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I shared it, and I got more people on the hit list, and
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, I
It's
appreciate art.
kind
You
of
know,
exploded.
so awesome.
That's
Uh,
good.
I appreciate everything you've done. I appreciate the art. I appreciate the zombies. Paul, hey Paul, Rustan. Did I say it right this time? Rustan. I always say it wrong. He's the body painter man. He says hi to us. Cool. We have lots of arts, a lot of artists in the chat room, which is pretty cool. And there's all kinds of art. I talked to Mike about Plustastic, and you have some work on there, and a lot of other people do. What's it like? So what was that like? Mike said he's known you for a while. Well, what's that been like to do that collaboration on Plustastic? You're enjoying it?
Yeah, everything's really good. I mean, all the artists that are on Google Plus are just phenomenal. Nobody has any kind of hatred toward anyone else. It's all friendly competition to see who can do the next kick-ass portrait, and it's been really, really interesting. As for Plustastic, I don't quite know how that all started.
Yeah.
I was approached by Cam Meadows, I think. Who were you approached by, Mike, or was this part of your idea? Because I know some of you were starting it,
Yeah,
talking about doing something.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be sort of there at the beginning. Me and Tim and Cam and I think Sam. And yeah, we kind of just got to talking about it. We're like, we should totally build a website and, sell our art on there, and we can do sketches of people, and it'll be super fun. We know this other guy that we should totally invite. His name's Cliff.
Yeah.
And then we're like, is there someone else we can invite? We're like, no, that's probably good enough. And then someone else was like, well, I know this other guy, and we're like, well, does he have a beard? And they're like, yeah. And we're like, okay.
That's like you have to have a beard. Samantha needs to start working on that.
I heard
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
You hear that, so Matthew? You better watch out, because Byron might draw you as a zombie with a beard, so you better watch out. It might
Yeah,
happen.
isn't that kind of fun though? You draw people and you make them something a little bit different. You know, make them into a mushroom or make them into a pumpkin or, you know,
Mm.
that's why I like doing the whole zombie thing. It's you can tweak the person a little bit.
And you
Hmm.
You
can
can get
almost
away with a lot more.
yeah, and you can almost eat the person after you make them into a pumpkin or a
Mhm.
mushroom. So
There's always that too.
yeah, that's a bonus. That's cool. What about you? Do you started drawing since Mike said since he was 7? What you were about that young too, or what is your what
Um,
is your background
hmm.
of starting with drawing and art, and do you have a sketch pad in high school, or did you draw people, trees, graveyards?
Back when yeah, I started drawing a
Cadavers.
little bit young. Yeah, I didn't get into cadavers too quickly. Nuclear bomb explosions, the whole mushroom cloud thing was popular when I was younger. I remember
Cool.
doing that a lot. Not sure why, but I didn't really start giving it all my attention until high school when I met an art teacher that was really influential. Such an inspiring man. So I started really drawing then, gave it up for a while, got a job as a telemarketer, and
Ugh.
just started back at it. And yeah, what else are you gonna do?
No,
Draw
I hear
or
you.
talk on the phone?
Yeah.
Uh, but I've only really taken it serious in the last couple of years, where I'm trying to push myself to um, get some exposure, take it to another level, do better quality pieces. Like, I got scraps and scraps and scraps of stuff lying all over the place. Sketchbooks filled from front to back with cartoons, comics, mushrooms, anything and everything. Dragons, fairies. But yeah, mostly I started in high school, I say.
Cool. So you have all these sketches. Did you guys ever do like for bands? Like I know you guys are a little. I know that Mike's into music. He studied music a little bit. I'm not sure about your background with music, but did you guys like do album covers or album posters or anything? Or did you want to do that? Was that something that you had your eyes on? Anybody? Byron?
You go first, Mike.
Oh, Mike should go first.
All right. Well, yeah, I've done some pieces of artwork for various musical organizations. I've worked with the Friends of Chamber Music here in Kansas City, and also worked with the Garment District Group, also in Kansas City, working on pieces for them. And then I'm actually currently in the process of working on cover art for Tara Naomi's new
Cool.
album.
Nice.
That's cool.
What about you,
And
Byron?
for me, no.
No.
No. I was lazy. I went a whole different route when it came to my art. Tried to make a buck doing everything but art. I'm not sure why. And now I'm playing catch up to all these others like Mike and everyone else to get a name for myself and find work for myself. Right now I'm doing portraits, which is cool, but there's a lot more that I want to do. I've done one comic with Grim Crew Publishing. That's
What
Martin
what was
Brant's.
that about? Zombies, by any
It
chance?
was just, yeah, of course, a little 10-page in a zombie anthology called The Dead Future. My little story was called The Game, and let me tell you, it is those people that can do a page a day comic art are workhorses. It's tough.
Yeah.
How long
It
would it?
is
How long
really
would I
tough.
know you? I know like a zombie sketch you can do in maybe a hand. Maybe I don't know. It depends on the size of the sketch, but you can do it in a couple of minutes, maybe, or an
Right.
hour. But what would something like you just described, a one-page comic? What that could take a week, a whole day? How many hours? I guess it depends on how detailed it is, but
Right. Well, it's always the first page or two go really good. You know, you're all excited about your jazz. You're pumping out these things, and then by page 3 or 4, you're drawing the same character in a way that it tells a story, and you start to question if it's actually telling a story or if you're really missing the ball here. And it it, it takes forever. This 10 pages took me like 4 months, I think.
wow,
Yeah, it was ridiculous, and
that
it's
is.
not even. I'm not even proud of it anymore. Really, it's. I see so many things I had done wrong. And,
That's every
uh,
artist, yeah. But
All these things
editing,
yeah,
change. Yeah, I think that's all of it.
that's every. Even if I'm a filmmaker and editing, it's like even these videos you saw, like they were raw, some of them, but it, it's you. The bottom line I discovered is you want people to enjoy it. So you might say, oh yeah, I could have done that better. That could be the coloring could have been better, the lines could have been better, anything I could have added more to it. So, I hear what you're
right.
saying. What I have some audience questions that popped up. This is from Joseph Lee. If you haven't plus Joseph Lee, I know you turned him into a zombie at one point, eating a brain, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
He said, "Do you think we taste like bacon to zombies?
I think
Do you think zombies think human beings we taste like bacon, or do you think not something
Like
chicken?
chicken, maybe?
Maybe chicken.
I've never given it that much thought as to what a zombie thinks we taste like.
Yeah,
Obviously, we taste good though. So I mean,
yeah.
bacon tastes good, so the connection is there.
The connection is there. Mike, do you want to weigh in on bacon or?
You know, I've always thought that we probably tasted a lot like stale manicotti.
Ew, I don't want to know why, do I?
Oh,
Chunky. But,
All right, thanks for answering the question, Mike. I was kidding. It's you just made the zombie master get disgusted. Seriously, what is wrong with you?
man,
And then
I feel like I've done my job today, so I'm gonna go.
no, you should stay. You should stay. We have a lot more. This is a trick question on Joseph Lee. He likes to mess you guys up, but he wants you to name. There's a lot of artists. He wants you to name your favorite artist on G+. So I'm guessing yourself, but maybe besides each other and yourself, who would you? You don't have to answer the question. But you could ask Byron. Is there someone that inspires you every day? All their stuff that you're like, I can't, like Cliff Roth. I know does a lot of amazing stuff. I don't, they all
I
do.
really like Samantha's stuff
Samantha.
and Lois. That one artist named Lowest Common Denominator. She's really cool. Who else? There's so many.
There's a lot.
It's
Yeah, we mentioned
crazy.
a bunch. Yeah. What about Mike? Do you wanna? Joseph Lee just wants to get you in trouble, so.
Yeah,
That's-
Mike is awesome.
He stole my idea because I was gonna say Lois. Lois common denominator.
You could still say the same one.
Really phenomenal. And I also there's this guy. He draws zombies. Don't know his name, but he's good. I mean, I guess if you like that kind of thing. And actually, all right. So here's a shout out just because it's so different. I really like Mandoleer's artwork, and
Nice.
I know she's a member
Oh,
of
yeah.
Classic, but the anime that she does is just really stylistically very different from anything else that I really see people doing on here, and so it's just really good stuff.
Cool.
Speaking of her, what a cool opportunity it is for her, who's, I don't know exactly how old she is. She's a teenager, right?
Right.
She's still
Yeah, I
in
think
school
she's
and everything.
14.
But here she is getting commissioned for portraits,
Yeah.
exposure out the wazoo, really, and it's just phenomenal. Like, such a lucky person.
Yeah, Mandalier is actually Christopher's daughter. Tim
Yeah.
Clary and Paul Rustam. Paul does a lot of great body art. I mean, I've seen some of his videos. It's pretty. What he does, I mean, I don't think anybody. I think it'd be pretty hard job sitting there and trying to make art out of a nude woman or man,
Yeah.
But have you guys seen some of his art? And Tim Clary, of course, has done some really good color sketches. Some
Yeah, Tim actually
sketches.
did some.
Go ahead.
Tim did one of me, and he's got a really nice style as well. Mike, I can't get over your style either. How smooth it always is. I mean, I guess that's the beauty of Illustrator, but just the amount of time it takes for you to do that is mind-boggling.
It is a little bit slower than some of the styles of other people on here, and that's I guess that's something you just kind of learn to accommodate and deal with. But
Right. Yeah, I can't slow down like that. I've tried, and it just kills me. I end up just scrapping and doing it again as fast as I can. So it's,
yeah,
hats off to you for having the patience to go through that.
Yeah, and hats off to you too. You're right now, for those of you watching, getting this special treat. Somebody, a surprise person, we don't know who, is being zombified right now on my hit list. Big person on my hit list. So you better watch out. I don't know. I can't think of anybody right now. Paris, no, she's already been zombified. But yeah, cool. Brian Aldridge he's a hockey player. I don't know if you guys know him. He would love to, and I would love to see some zombie hockey teams. I know that would be pretty cool to see zombies.
That would be pretty neat.
that would be like the most violent hockey ever.
That would be awesome, like zombies versus
I would
zombies.
totally go see that.
Yeah, that'd be fun to watch a zombie hockey game. I know it's a lot of work, but yeah.
Imagine though if that was animated, like seriously, what the person could do,
Yeah, that would be really
and the
cool.
amount of fun they could have.
Yeah,
Someone's
like
talking,
in the middle of the puck would be like a brain maybe, and like there'd be hardly anybody like trying to score goals. They'd be like fighting each other, and so that'd be pretty cool. There's so many things you could do with that. I'd feel bad for the referee. I would hope he's a zombie too. Otherwise, he's done. He's toast. I thought this was a regular hockey. Dead. All right, that's really
He's got to
good.
wear. He'd be having to wear some kind of protection, some chainmail armor, some helmet.
That'd be pretty sweet though. Hey, speaking of Tim Clary, he wants to know why zombies in the first place. Did you watch the first episode of Walking Dead? And let's do one question at a time. So why zombies in the first place? What made you? You kind of talked about it a little bit. What? Why? What really is it? Is it just from?
Well, I get asked that a few times, and I've had to
Yeah.
really think about it for a
Damn
minute.
it.
And it's just my style isn't conducive to doing pretty fairies or nice landscapes or anybody that looks normal. I can't draw a normal person to save my life.
Yeah.
So that being said, my crazy and sometimes overly messy style suits zombies
Yeah.
because
Monsters.
who
Any kind of
knows what
monsters.
zombies really look like, and the messier the better sometimes. I don't have to worry about getting it totally accurate because it's a rotting person, can be
Right.
dead.
Right, right.
So zombies seem like a natural choice for me. That's why zombies.
All
It's just the
right.
right thing to do.
Zombies are cool. I hear ya.
And
And who doesn't like
the fact that
zombies?
my
So
wife has
Oh, right.
zombies just felt
Mike, what
right.
were you gonna say? My zombies give him that sunshine feeling like that regular people give you, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I wake up in the
Zombies
morning,
just make you happy.
they make me very happy. And the fact that my wife is a huge horror fan and has made me watch tons and tons of horror movies has
Yeah.
really helped influence that as well.
yeah, he was asking
So-
about that. Like, did you watch? I didn't get to see the premiere of Walking Dead because I've been too busy being a zombie on Google Plus. But did you see it?
Right.
Are you a big fan of the what they're doing with from the graphic novel to the TV show? They're being true to it.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I think it's what should have been done. If they had made any significant changes otherwise, it probably would not be as good as it is. I saw the premiere today actually,
All right.
because I don't get that channel, so I have to get it from someone else or some other way. Wink, wink.
That's all right. We can
And-
block that out. We'll go back and throw it. We'll get rid of it. Yeah.
But,
Canada doesn't care. It's universal
no.
up there. It's all good.
Exactly. But anyway, it was great. Season 2 has started off with in a
Bang.
really big way.
A
Yeah,
big bang.
Yeah.
Cool.
definitely gonna keep it up.
What about you, Mike? You watching Walking Dead? You have some favorite like
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I haven't been able to catch the premiere of this season yet. I missed it the other day, so I'm gonna have to, watch it on my DVR. And
Okay.
That's what I should have said.
It's
and
all good.
so yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, and I'm eager to see it. Totally enjoyed the last season,
Me
and
too.
love the series, the graphic novels.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, as far as TV, yeah, I don't watch a lot of stuff. I'm kind of trying to see what I think of Terra Nova.
Yeah, I didn't
You
see
know,
that yet.
And
Interesting.
it's
Not good. It's mediocre. It's too
I
Avatarish.
mean, it's not Avatarish. No, I mean it's fair so far. You know,
Like
Is
what
that
if,
kind of a
time
take
will
on
tell
Cadillacs
exactly
and
how good it
dinosaurs?
gets.
it seems like Land of the Lost meets like our Avatar or something like that. I don't know what, but
Have you ever read the comic Cadillacs and Dinosaurs?
I have not. No.
I'm familiar with it, but I never actually read any of it.
And it's basically they go back in time. I haven't read much of it either, but it's like modern day technology with dinosaurs thrown in, like in the land of the lost or whatever.
Well,
And
I think that sounds like a win.
Yeah.
Really.
If they do it right, it's expensive. But yeah, if they try to make something out of that, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, they did Cowboys vs Aliens into a movie, but I heard that was so. I didn't see that. But
I haven't seen that either.
was it good?
You
Yeah.
liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Alright.
I mean, it's definitely not. I mean, it's not an Oscar movie or anything, but
Well,
it was definitely.
few things are.
It was fun. It was enjoyable. I liked it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I one of the things I'm surprised. I mean, I know you don't get this channel either, but a lot of Dexter might be up your alley. Serial
Yeah,
killers.
I like Dexter.
Yeah. Like I could see definitely maybe even make a zombie Dexter going around killing other. There's so many. It's like it's never ending, right? It's like I could draw
Yeah.
zombies to death. But Mike, with what you do, you draw. Do you draw only usually just people that really exist, or do you draw like from your mind regular people that don't exist? That
A
you
lot
just,
of times I do.
Yeah.
A lot of times I do just kind of draw something, just kind of come up with it off the cuff, and that works fine. I do kind of like drawing real people just because there's someone that can actually appreciate it, and there's actual room for comparison about does this picture actually look like the subject,
Right.
and so I like that. But yeah, absolutely. I from time to time just sit down and just draw someone that doesn't actually exist,
Yeah.
just for the heck of it.
Yeah, that's
Keep
cool.
yourself
Yeah,
going.
I like the. I mean, I like that both of you used the G Plus profile. That you both used those picture frames to create your own kind of art. I know that Byron has an animated zombie thing going, which is really cool, and you have like one picture of a person with the sunglasses.
Hmm.
Is that
Nina Mars, isn't
Nina?
it?
Is it Nina Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Shout
Nina
out
Mars.
to Nina Mars.
Shout out to Nina
Yeah.
Mars. Yeah, and she's a musician. And Tara, and you mentioned Tara and Naomi, who we almost had last week. We're gonna have in the future. But yeah, a lot of cool people, a lot of interactions. Musicians and artists together. I could see all these musicians having you guys do all the art for their albums and doing some kind of crossover and lots of different cool things. I mean, these hangouts. Byron, you've done a few hangouts. Do you have any feeling about like you didn't get to do enough hangouts, but you do a little bit? Do you enjoy them? Is it
Yeah.
fun for you?
It is a lot of fun. I mean, just going in and talking. A lot of people start talking tech right away, and I'm about as this is it for me. Technology, a laptop, a couple webcams that I just acquired after getting on G Plus, just so I could do Hangouts. I don't have a cell phone. I don't have a
You're
notebook or
cut
a
off.
netpad. I don't. Yeah, I'm living in nowhere's land almost. There's
Right.
only
We're in
7,000
Canada.
people.
7,000.
Morden,
Sweet.
almost like Mordor.
Except
Mordor.
except not as scary, or maybe scarier.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, with the religious nuts that go walking around, sometimes it can be a little daunting.
So what you're
Just,
basic.
just drive faster.
It's like you're in the hood, except there's nobody there. The funny thing is, so if the zombie apocalypse started tomorrow, you wouldn't really notice too much of a difference. That's what you're kind of saying.
I know that I wouldn't have to worry about trying to save anyone here.
Aw, that's cool.
Aw.
Or not.
That's
So
cold,
Neil,
no.
yeah, that's cold. It's cold, I said, not cool. Who said that? So zombie movies, there's lots of great ones. Zombieland, Dawn of the Dead, or Night of the Living Dead. A lot of different. Do you have a favorite zombie movie, Byron? Something that you love, you can watch over and over. That you just Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, Zombieland, I probably could watch them again. I've only seen them a couple of times.
Yeah.
I try not to watch movies too often anymore, because when I do get the chance to do it again, it'll be fresh, kind of. So I try to stay away from watching them too many times in a row. I just saw The Horde, that
Okay.
I think it's a French movie, possibly. I'm not sure. It's a foreign movie, anyways. It was pretty good. Parts of it, I mean, nobody knew to do a headshot, so that was kind of weird for me. It always kind of strikes me odd when zombie apocalypses happen in these movies, that they're always surprised. Oh, what are these? Why aren't they dying?
Right.
Haven't they watched the movies?
Right.
Come on, we're not the only ones watching movies, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that the smarter the people are in the movies, I think the cooler the movie is, the cooler the show is. I think they're pretty smart on Walking Dead. I think they're just a massive amount of zombies. But I think you're
Yeah.
right. Any of these movies, Scream, or any of these movies where it's like, how could you run back to the house? How could you run there? How could you, how do you not call the there's so many different things. So, Mike, do you have a favorite either zombie movie or scary movie or?
I watched a movie just a couple months ago that I loved. Zombie movie. It's called Fido.
Fido,
Yeah.
Fido.
Yeah, Fido, and you should definitely check
Write
it
that
out,
down.
Byron. I think you'd like it. But great movie. It's kind of got this classic 50s, 60s Leave It to Beaver vibe, but
Okay.
it's awesome. I was really surprised by it. It was a really good way to spend a couple hours.
Good.
Tim
No,
Clary
definitely
says 28 Days Later is badass. It was. I mean, they made a sequel I didn't
Oh,
see,
yeah,
but 28
love that
Days
one.
Later is really cool. It's a great one. There's a lot of great ones too, and I think people were scared with Walking Dead because it's like, well, we're gonna watch. How many seasons can they do them running away from zombies? So it'll be interesting to see what they. I mean, I haven't read all of the graphic novel, but there's a big difference between a novel and a TV series, I think. So we'll have to see.
What
Yeah.
I want to know, the novel gets pretty darn graphic in
Yeah.
some parts. I want to know how closely they're going to stick to it.
Yeah, they can only do so much in cable, though. I mean, they can do a lot, but I mean, they're gonna have to skip some of it. I would think.
Exactly.
Yeah, some will have to be skipped, but it ends up being more of a story of human survival,
Then
less
zombies.
about the whole zombie apocalypse
Hmm.
at certain points. I mean, it always is prevalent, but it becomes more of how if people interact when there are really no laws. You can do whatever you want. You just have your own moral values to, I guess, live by.
Hmm.
And if you want something, you really can just go out and take it. Take a person, take whatever it is you want.
Yeah.
And to survive and to live like that, knowing that tomorrow a group of marauders could come by and just wipe your camp out just because they want your food or they want your women or they want your guns or it becomes more of that and more of relationships in the group later on. I think that's how it's going to survive season after season after season.
Yeah, I mean,
And it,
and it's pretty scary too that the zombies could be cats and dogs and animals and anything that's alive. You know, it's pretty scary. You never know what could be an actual zombie. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think there'd
Although,
be are there zombie insects? Do those things exist? Or they're too small?
well, in real life, there are insects that cause other insects to become sort of like zombies. I don't remember the article or where it was. It's some kind of National Geographic article about a bug that takes over the mind of another bug and makes it hang upside down on a leaf and die. So it would, I don't know, feed the people below or feed the insects below or something. It's just weird. It's the insect world is crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Cam Meadows has joined us in the chat room. Speaking of Cam Meadows, hey Cam, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Cam Meadows.
Cam Meadows,
Can,
he's been drawn on. He's involved in Plustastic. You want to talk a little bit about your working with Cam and
Cam's an all-around nice guy. I mean, he's always trying to help other people out with not even asking for anything in return, really. Um, he's helped me. He's helped Mike. I'm sure he's helped a lot of people with the whole Hangout party he does.
yeah.
It's just
I
he
like to
did,
call I like to call it Ho Party. Wait, who said that? Sorry.
but he's helped a lot of people, and it's really cool what he does. I don't know
No, it's cool. He did it.
why he's doing it all. I mean, it's just the same thing as this. You're helping out people just
Right.
because you're, I guess, altruistic. Is that the word?
I mean, it's one of those things where I saw Google Plus in the Hangouts, and everyone talks about Google not being used that much, or Google Plus and Hangouts, and no one knows about it, and everyone knows about YouTube. So the idea that we can get it on YouTube and more people can find us that way, and if I can, in the meantime, get people to know about not just myself, but other people on Google Plus, Bobby Joe, a lot of talent, a lot of people that have a lot of talent, a lot to offer in this world, in this terrible economic time. If that and I'm a true believer in really in showing people what you can do. I mean, that's really in the film industry. People go out and make their own movie. I made my own movie, and that's really, I think, you guys doing your own art and people doing their own music and really getting it out there and showing people on their own and not relying on who's going to come to them for it. I think that's really the way to go, and I think that's all part of it. That I wanted to do something that showcases everyone that I could, even people that necessarily aren't artists, just people that are into Google Plus, that are using it, that maybe they do something else. Maybe they have a dream. They want to be an artist. They want to be something that they're not. They want to get out of their cubicle and their 9-to-5 job. They don't want to be a telemarketer. They don't want to speak to zombies all day. Something like
Yeah.
that. So for sure.
There's
Shout
a lot
out.
of people they're talking to.
Yeah, shout out. Bobby Joe. For those of you watching, Bobby Joe's got a lot of shout outs. Welcome George R. Welcome Brandy Bull. Awesome.
George R. and Brandy Bull.
George R. and Brandy Bull. It's good to have you.
I like
with us.
George.
Yeah!
Cobra Kai. Is that what you just said? Nice, Karate Kid. Now, that would be an obvious choice to draw like the Cobra Kai from Karate Kid as zombies. That would be pretty, because they wore those masks in the Halloween scene, right? They were like skeletons or something.
Uh-huh.
So that would be pretty cool. And actually,
I haven't seen the newest one.
oh, not the newest. Yeah, the newest one's okay, but
Oh,
the
he's
old
talking about
school,
the original.
old
Okay,
school.
good.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, Jaden Smith is kind of, I think, a zombie, just with his hairstyle. But what do you mean I'm getting all sentimental? What are you talking about? Karate Kid's classic. No idea what she's talking about, Bobby, just sometimes, but we love her. Yeah, no, George is a good guy. You made him into a zombie. He was. Wait, George did this. He was like, "Oh my God, Byron, you made me into a zombie. Thank you, thank you." That's my bad.
I know there's been a few questions coming out. I made a mistake and I decided I was gonna try to make a shirt.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you've heard anything about this.
there's some. What the hell is Matt talking about? What?
The the Horde shirt.
Okay.
I went out to Indiegogo and started a campaign to. This is way before Google Plus, so or a month or two. Anyways, I started this campaign to try to make a shirt where I would zombify people
Right.
and put their faces on a shirt. And I was gonna limit it to 40 people. Ended up getting 41, and then it's been a kind of a waking nightmare in some respects because to organize and get all 41 portraits drawn,
Yeah.
I need to get their pictures. And their pictures were coming in piecemeal here, there, getting lost in spam filters. And then after that, I also had to get their addresses, their shirt sizes, and it's been phenomenal. Plus, I'm still waiting for 2 people to send in their pictures.
Are all these
You know,
people
they-
on Google Plus or no?
No, not all of them.
No.
Some found it through my blog at thedailyzombie.blogspot.com.
Cool. Yeah, that's a cool
Other
page.
people-
Check out.
Other people got it through Facebook or Twitter, but it's just been a nightmare, and it's an ongoing nightmare, and I'm so close to being done. But if you're ever gonna do something like that, really plan it out because
Yeah.
I really learned my lesson.
Yeah. Well, like this show.
So
I mean,
it's coming.
yeah. Cool. So if you hear that, the t-shirts are coming. Be patient. Byron has monsters to manage, and he's only one man in a small Canadian town. And he has
I got slammed.
he has a massive beard to manage, which I don't have a beard, but I can only
That's
imagine what kind of
It's not
of
so
care.
bad. It's getting the critters out once in a while. It's really a challenge. They
Mike-
hang on.
Lucas probably had that issue, and he's Canadian. What about you, Mike? Mike, you're not yet Canadian, but or maybe you never will be. But do you have an issue?
I
You have a beard comb?
I keep
He
I
looks
keep
Canadian.
contacting Canada and asking about becoming Canadian, and they keep telling me that I cannot do it because I have no talent at singing. So I probably cannot be the next Celine Dion or Justin Bieber.
Wow.
Would it be a mistake to
But,
suggest?
you know, that's okay.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt you, but if you really want to be Canadian, would it be a mistake to maybe say there's a certain blonde hangout girl from Canada that wants to get married to get U.S. citizenship? Maybe you can also get Canadian citizenship. Can that work? Can that work out?
Yeah, that's yeah.
That could work,
I don't
right?
know who's this theoretical person. I mean, what would theoretically her name be? Theoretically,
It rhymes with panda. Her first name, if that helps out. I can't
Oh.
speak for her. I'm not.
Hey, I
I'm
drew
not,
her.
Yes, you did. You drew her. You drew many. Of course, we're talking about Amanda Blaine. Just kidding. There are lots of people. I think I've given her a shout out randomly on all these shows. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So your dream of being Canadian, universal health care, better beer,
yeah. Well,
more snow.
better beer, mostly. Milk that comes in a bag would be a big plus for me.
Oh, it doesn't come in a bag very much anymore.
Uh-oh.
So
What?
Your
All right.
dream
Well,
is
you
getting...
just shattered all of my illusions.
it comes in plastic jugs now.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
big
weird. I mean,
4-liter
who-
plastic jugs.
That's such a weird thing for a country to do.
Yeah.
Plastic jugs.
Hey,
Well-
it's Canada. We love them, but they do things differently. But they're, they get by. But
You'd have to learn the metric system.
oh god,
Well, then,
that sounds like a
then
pain.
I'm screwed. I better just stay down here where I can use my miles and stuff.
Yeah.
Miles are good. Yeah, what the heck
How
is
many yards? How many yards in a
kilometers?
mile?
Oh no, we're not playing this game.
You kidding? I'm American.
We're American.
Yeah. How many yards? Are there no yards in America? Okay. How many?
No, there are yards. We just
Yards.
I don't
We
have
just
it. We don't remember those things. We actually our
Oh, I see.
TV and movies have rotted our brains, so we don't have the exact number
Yeah.
for you. But yeah, I know. For those, yeah, you might be wondering who Byron's drawing, and we're gonna have you guys guess at the end. He's working on somebody very special, someone big on my hit list. But someone's guessing is it MacGyver? I don't think it's MacGyver, but MacGyver probably can escape
It
all zombies.
It is MacGyver.
Uh-oh.
No, MacGyver.
Gruber!
There's no paper clips.
Yeah, MacGyver. Yeah, he
MacGyver
needs
always needs a
gum,
paper clip.
paper clips.